And joining me now to discuss day one of the conclave is Father Edward Nemeth from the Shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Father, thanks for joining us today in what is a significant start to the selection of the new leader of the Catholic faith. So your overall thoughts on day one of the conclave?
The first day of a conclave is very much steeped in ancient pageantry. You know, you have the cardinals celebrate the Mass for the election of a Supreme Pontiff. Then they have that beautiful procession while singing the Litany of the Saints into the Sistine Chapel. And then they kick everybody else out that's not a cardinal under the age of 80, and they get to voting. So before they vote, the preacher of the papal household, Cardinal Cantalamessa, gives a bit of a fervorino or homily. So, and then they get right to voting. Really, I don't think anybody really expected that we would see white smoke on the first.
It's not typical.
No, because there's many times from what we read from past historical accounts that sometimes people give kind of honorific votes to cardinals who may be over 80. So the first day is kind of a settling of things, but we'll really see the voting and starting to see the numbers moving in tomorrow's scrutinies, starting in the morning.
Yep, hopefully. And Pope Francis was really well liked. He was known as the People's Pope, and he's got quite some shoes to fill. What do you think people are expecting with this new pope? What are they hoping for?
Well, I think with every pope, there's always anxiety, especially among Catholics, because it's kind of like anytime a new manager comes or a new CEO comes, it's like, what's the style going to be? What are the priorities going to be? I think what Catholics are hoping for in the next Holy Father is one that's really going to unify the Church, to address very seriously some of the challenges that are being experienced universally, because the Church being universal, every geographic region has its own particular challenges. So I think to find a pope that can be a source of unity for us, and truly I think we want a holy pope.
Yes.
A man who is a man of prayer and a man who's going to lead us by example and how to live our faith every day.
Yep, ultimately. And the new pope will lead 1.4 billion Catholics. That's quite an overwhelming role for the new pope.
It is. I read something on Instagram the other day that said, it had a picture of the cardinals and said, one of these men doesn't realize it yet, but his life is about to change completely. So I know with my relationship with Cardinal Burke, who is a son of La Crosse, right? That this is a weighty responsibility. This is something that's taken very seriously. And there's been times in the past some cardinals never get to participate in a conclave because they age out or they die. And for him to be able to participate in 2 conclaves is really kind of rare. But I know from my own discussions with him while he's been in Rome, there is certainly, he understands the gravity of this, and I think all the cardinals do, that this is a great time that they have a huge responsibility and God love whoever gets elected pope.
Yep, huge responsibility is the understatement of the year. Well, thank you so much for Father Nemeth for being with
my pleasure.
Being with us here today.